Welcome to Northwest Guns. My name is Derek. Tonight we are doing a live stream. Do apologize, guys, about the delay. Had something come up. Do apologize about that. So I figured tonight we'll do some discussing on probably team rifles, team setups. I do have my other camera hooked up over here. So I'll go through some of the stuff that I have set up on these rifles that are set up for a team match. Will be doing one or two of those. There are some local ones that are coming up in my area. Fortunately, I probably won't be going down to New Mexico in October and do the Safariland Challenge like I planned, but still, there is a good chance for it. Now, is there something you guys want to throw some comments out there? I'm all about that, and I will bring up the chat on my side. So I don't know what's going on with. Okay, so if you guys are watching on Facebook and you guys want to comment on the live stream, go over to YouTube. You guys will be able to comment over there on the stream chat. For some reason tonight, Facebook is not allowing chats throughout the group. But if you guys want to leave a comment, I'll get to it tonight when I'm at work and gladly answer you guys' comments. So, we're also streaming on Twitch. We're not streaming on Odyssey yet. I'm working on that right now as we speak. So, lead mining. What part of Northwest are you in? I am in Montana. I originally started this channel in Boise, Idaho. I currently live in Montana now. So I love it out here. It's a lot of fun. I'm not going to complain. I've always had a thing for the Northwest. It's always been a really nice area. So, okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna talk about some team rifles. One I built, one I put together. One of them is a rifle I have that we haven't done a review on yet. Actually, both rifles are both projects for the channel, so we'll go that route with them. And they're common calipers. One's a 6.5 Creedmoor. Let's see if I have the other one in my pocket. Oh, no, it's right here. This is a dummy round I have. Set it for a 308 Winchester for reloading purposes. That way I can always set my seating die to the depth I need. So, but I was really thinking about reconverting the 308 to a 6.5 Creedmoor. Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, really, Joe? Oh, God, I did not know that. Yeah, some reason I'm having some issues with the platform tonight. Sent over a message over to Melon because we're using their streaming platform tonight. But thank you for the heads up. I will definitely send them out another email on that for sure. I'm gonna send a thing over to the guys over to the super secret Discord group I'm on with those guys. And we'll get this on the stream. So I'm gonna switch over the cameras. Get this. If you guys hear some weird noises, I apologize. Chickens are out running around, and it looks like my neighbor was just revving his engine. So I do apologize about that. So I'm going to bring up my other camera. Oh, I apologize, Joe. I do apologize about that. Resolution. Okay. So I'm going to switch it to this camera, and we're going to get into the discussion tonight. So some matches that I'm looking into that I'm going to be going to require a 2-man rifle team. One is a bolt action, the other one is a gas gun. So both my rifles, surprisingly, and I didn't play it out to be like this, are both flat dark earth. So the one to the left, which is the Savage 110 Precision, and that one's set up for my son at this time. My backup rifle, and then the one to the right is a M110 SAS copy or clone. So they're both set up on a 30 millimeter system for the scopes. The one on the bolt gun is an X3 Conqueror 6-24 by 50. The one on the gas gun is the Blackhound Genesis 6-24 by 50. The bolt gun's a 6.5, gas gun's a 308, like I've mentioned before. Now, the gas gun does have a lot of aftermarket stuff done to it. Anarchy Outdoors grip, adjustable bag rider system. Both of them actually have adjustable bag riders on them right now. If you guys watch my video from last week, the Fab Defense stock, the wraps, it's on the gas gun, and then I got the Gaddis grip from Fab Defense over here, and then the Anarchy Outdoor has the Emperor Penguin. Absolutely love this grip. I've got nothing bad to say about this grip. Big shout out to Aaron over there at Anarchy Outdoors for that. The chassis on this is the MDT LSS XL Gen 2. This is Savage 110 Precision. Really nice gun. I was actually quite shocked on how well made this gun actually is and the accuracy. Now, the muzzle brake I have over here on the 6.5 Creedmoor is the new claw brake from Kelby Atlas. And the one on the gas gun I have is the Control Solutions 3-gun brake. Amazing brake. Actually tames down that 308. If you actually go back and look at the video from the Gladys grip or the wrap stock, I actually shoot the gun at the end of the video with that brake on there. And so the only downfall is my 308 is a 20-inch, where the 6.5 Creedmoor is a 24, but I actually prefer the 20 on the 308. I was actually thinking about doing a 22-inch upper, 6.5 upper, keeping so both guys can have the same ammo. For the rail systems, I have a Keymod on the gas gun, Arca Swiss on the other one. Now, if I could find an Arca Swiss system that's converted to Keymod, I would gladly switch it in a heartbeat. Both have 20 MOA rail systems, which I added on with the gas gun, as you can see over here. And the only thing is the gas gun system doesn't have a data card system on it yet. Both are using one-piece mounts. The one on the bolt gun is a Warren Skyline Precision. The other one is the F3R Machine cantilever mount. You guys saw that one on my 300 PRC, which I actually took it off because I have a new scope on that. That's the review is coming out here in the next couple of weeks, which will be the Element Optics. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. You mean the slab gun one, the one that Max took me by accident? So I have these both set up. I wasn't trying to get them both set up to be the same color, but it worked out real well. I don't know who's going to run the gas gun unless my son runs the bolt and I run the gas. But we'll see how that works out for later this year. I know one of the competitions we're going to, it's both teams is gas gun. Both teams is bolt gun, which was actually quite shocking because a lot of stuff doesn't get changed out like that. So, if you guys have any questions, put them down below. Let me know. You guys like to know more about those, what I'm shooting for ammo, what I'm hand, because everything I do is hand loads. I have them right here. Same with my 338, my 300 PRC. I keep those up here on the desk too. Big bore rifle discussion is one of my is my big thing. You guys will be seeing an XC rifle on this channel here soon. Working on trying to get the rest of the stuff going for that one. So we're going to. Okay, what's one thing I want to bring up to you guys and show you? Oh, here in the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be doing a 6 millimeter discussion. We're going to bring in on another gentleman onto the channel, named Ryan. He's going to come up, but I was actually considering tonight, or I should not tonight, but that earlier today I was looking at this cartridge and actually thinking about converting the 6.5 Creedmoor to it, because I can actually find supplies for it. And it being a STAMI spec cartridge and being 6 millimeter, and doing a little bit of research on it, it's actually not a barrel burner like I expected it to be. So it's a 6BR. So right here is a 6BR, in the middle is a 6 Dasher, and then a 308 Win. So it's smaller than the GT that I shoot, but it's not as it's not much of a barrel burner like the 6 Creedmoor is. So it's what started the smaller, shorter, fatter cartridges from what I've been reading. The 6 Dasher is a big one in the PRS world and in the NRL. So I decided to opt out and built a 6GT instead. I liked the characteristics of the caliper. I liked how the designer of the cartridge actually designed the cartridge around particular heads and powders, which I really liked. So, just a little bit, guys. So, but comment down below, comment in the stream, or comment on the page. We'll figure out some more calipers you guys want to discuss. And like I said, we're going to be doing a 6 millimeter night, so we're going to be talking about 6 Creedmoor, 6mm Arc, 6GT, 6 Dasher. Maybe I can get a few more people willing to come on. If you guys are interested in wanting to come on and join the chat on a live stream some night when we do this one, let me know in the comments on the Facebook group, or comment on this live stream. So, Joe, you want to see whatever I think that Western? You know, the 6.8 Western is becoming a real popular cartridge real fast, especially up here in my area. I've noticed a lot of ammo being on the shelf for it. Just no rifles released yet. So I've had a lot of people actually ask me about that cartridge. I tell them for a hunting cartridge, I think it's going to be a very significant cartridge if you want a short action Magnum. Something smaller than a 300 WSM, but at the same time, I don't see it as a long range competition cartridge, but I could be wrong. Browning is releasing the Browning X-Bolt in the long range, so we'll have to see what's going on. Oh, what's going on, Buzz D Clown? How's it going there, buddy? So, okay, here's my input on the 6.8 Western. Let's bring that up. So this cartridge was released and announced uh, the week we were doing Virtual Shot Show. So I really wasn't looking at it as hard as I maybe should. Because I'm not into the hunting scene as much as a lot of people do. I hunt, but not into it like a lot of people are. I'm more into like the long range ELR, PRS style matches. It's more fun to me. So let's go to Browning. Okay. So let's go to the 6.8 Western. Let's take a look at this. So the only one downfall, Joe, I'm seeing with the 6.8 Western is honestly, um, unless Winchester or Browning is going to release the projectiles for reloading, I don't see a lot of viable options in the 6.8 area at this time. A lot of people thought the 6.8 area was actually a dead cartridge because the 6.8 SPC really didn't get picked up that much by the military like they were expecting. But I could see this cartridge doing well in the hunting area, especially being in this 165 to 180 grain area. So it's got potential. It's got potential there where the 6.5 PRC on the high end of the 156 that you can't mag feed, and it's a single feed cartridge at that point. But this puts it in an area where this is supposed to be able to be magazine fed. So we'll have to see. So it is bigger than your 270 WSM. It's, well, definitely bigger than a Creedmoor. So I'm still seeing more and more stuff coming on this cartridge. I want to use resource ammo or long range for long distance problem solving. I could see law enforcement picking this cartridge up for short to mid range, and I'm talking from like 0 to 6, 0 to 700 yard encounters. I definitely can see this cartridge being used for that, being that this is supposed to be for a short action. So it does lean the weight down a little bit off from a long action, which is kind of nice. Now, time will tell if this cartridge picks up popularity like I'm expecting it to in the hunting world. We'll have to see if it picks up in the law enforcement world. Because honestly, the last cartridge that was released, that was supposed to be a hunting cartridge, I had not seen any ammo on it for the shelf, and that was like a year ago, and that was the 277 Fury that was designed by SIG. That was supposed to be a more updated version of a 270 Winchester, but more in a Magnum style cartridge. I still haven't seen ammo for that one on the shelf, and honestly, I would like to see ammo on the shelf for this one. So I'm going to make the screen a little more bigger on this. Okay. So this cartridge is really getting compared to a lot of major cartridges like your 300 WSM I mentioned before, your 300 Win Mag, your 7mm. So being that it is in the short action, the recoil is hitting about on average 5 pounds less, and that's even what I've been hearing from people who've been doing a lot more research on this cartridge than me. So, but when you start getting into the bullet comparison, nozzles are going to be back in this cartridge. I overheard Barnes projectiles and stuff like that. Is it not viable in a gas gun? That's a good question. I haven't seen anybody talk about a gas gun platform, but I'm not honestly sure. I wouldn't see why you couldn't do this in a gas gun platform because they did a 300 WSM in a gas gun. It just didn't hit mainstream like they were expecting. So, if somebody actually builds one, it might actually be a hit. So what options? I've seen a lot of ammo sitting on, but no guns. Yeah, same here. A lot of ammo, no guns. I don't have a date yet. I've been trying to get a hold of Browning to find out when they're going to release the Browning X-Bolt rifles for this. So they're coming out. God, where is it? Where's our ladder rifle? I know it's coming out in the X-Bolts real soon. I know they've been making announcements on it and everything else. So we'll have to see when that happens. And I think it's a great platform that they're going to come out with it. And then Winchester announced a platform for it. So not too long ago. Honestly, I would love to see it come out in the BLR platform myself. I think that would be an amazing system. Don't worry, Joe. I'm not going to put that comment up. Love that comment, though. That was great. I would love to, like I said, I'd love to see this in a BLR platform. I'd like to see him make an announcement on the ABR platform, or the AB3, sorry. Used to be called the ABR. But it's hard to say what's going to happen with the market the way it is. So, see if we can find anything else. But I know AmmoLand's been posting, I think they've written like 2 articles on this stuff already. But okay, here's what AmmoLand's writing. It's for heavier bullet weights. It's heavier than a 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 270 WSM, more energy than a 6.5, more energy than a 7mm mag, and less recoil than a 300 WSM, 300 Win Mag, and 300 PRC. I'm hoping to believe it has less recoil than a 300 WSM. I'm not a big fan of that cartridge, even though I am a 30 cal guy. So I think it was just the ammo my buddy had when I sighted in his rifle. I think it was just junk ammo. Gap was cool, but accepted oddballs are fun, but I want NATO type adoption. I can understand that. And Buzz Clown. Probably sometime this summer, just the hunting season. Yeah, I'm that's what I'm predicting, and I can agree with you on that one. You probably won't see this till next year sometime. But I want to bring up that other cartridge I was telling you guys about. 277 Fury. I was actually excited for this cartridge. See more of a modernized version of the 270 Winchester being brought out. But at the same time, I wasn't when I found out it's going to be a 2-piece cartridge system. And on top of that, it's kind of like a belted cartridge. Belted cartridges work, but I'm not a big fan of them. I do have a 7mm, so I can't really say too much on it. But you just can't get a lot of reloads out of it because it does stretch out the case down by that area a lot. So this was it's a good article that was written by, this is on BellMTC.com. I've read this article before. It was actually a good article. So think of it like a 270 Winchester, but with the flight down of a 270 Winchester in a Magnum version, but in the same bolt face cartridge. So not a bad cartridge. Still have yet to see ammo for it at all, anywheres on the shelf. If you guys have seen ammo, put in the comment down below, because I haven't seen any ammo on this cartridge at all. And really stinks because I was really hoping that this cartridge would have taken off. So, I mean, it's sad when Nosler got the 27 Nosler out before the 277 Fury. So, and I mean, the SIG Cross platform, I actually got my hands on one and played around with it, and I was actually highly impressed with that platform. And never thought I'd want a chassis gun for a hunting rifle, but we'll have to see sometime down the road. I'm just trying to see. Let's go to. How many of you guys are 7mm odd 8 fans? Let me know. Let me know in the chat or the comments in the Facebook group, because I've actually got a project I want to do that is a 7M out of 8, but it's not a 7M out of 8. So here, let me jump here. Never know what to say there. Creedmoor is another good idea. Okay, the 6.8 Creed. That's not unplausible there, Buzz. To be honest with you. You didn't break it like nothing fancy, did you? Oh, that's funny. I just need a double barrel shotgun. And that always works. You can never go wrong with a double barrel shotgun. So, here's a better example. Here, we'll see. Of this is the 277 Fury here, and I want to say it's a 6.5 Creedmoor. The only thing that scares me is those 2-piece cartridge systems, and you're gonna have to have special dies to reload for those cartridges. I did some videos on the 2-piece cartridges for the 9mm that Shell Shot Technology sent me out. They're great, but once they start getting a little bit of a gap, they just don't hold their tension. Granted, I got 34 reloads out of one of those cartridges, but out of this one, kind of scares me, being supposed to be a Magnum charge style cartridge, a Magnum style cartridge, and with that powder charge and being 2-piece right here, I'm afraid it's going to snap or break apart. But we'll have to see what happens in the future if SIG ever releases the ammo. Because to be honest with you, I see the Fury more of a viable cartridge as a 308 or a 6.5 Creedmoor. And to be honest, if I had my choice on it, I'd probably get the 308, being that it's a hunting cartridge. So, what's another cartridge you guys want to talk about tonight? Let me know in the comments. We'll bring it up, because I like doing this type of stuff, talking about cartridges and everything. Here, I got one for us. Okay, guys. Well, how about we talk about this one for a minute? 338 Lapua Magnum Ackley Improved. I'm currently working on one of these for a build, and everybody knows, who knows me, I am a big 338 Lapua Magnum fan, and I absolutely love this cartridge. The improved version of it is supposed to give you 150 to 200 feet per second more, and then about 10 grains of powder more. So I am trying to find a company that can build me a set of dies for it, at least a sizing die. I have a universal seating die system already. So at Northwest Guns want something most likely to be NATO or mass adopted. Agreed. NATO cartridges are nice, but with the way the market is right now, it's hard to get anything. I'm having a hard time just trying to find 30 cal projectiles so I can get this 308 dialed in. I understand. Yeah, you're right. The 338 Ackley Improved is a little more expensive than normally. It's a true Wildcat. But when you look at it after you form the thing, it's not really that much more to reload the Ackley Improved than it is the traditional 338 Lapua cartridge. Here's a good picture of it, of the improved neck, which is 40 degrees over the standard. Now, the downfall is the way you have to do this. You can either fireform it, or they make a hydroforming system now. And they are a little pricey. They're about $250 for the hydroforming system. But it was a cartridge I really wanted to work on. I had a lot of interest in myself, so why not? I've researched the powder H1000. I've never researched the powder H1000. Okay, let's talk about H1000 then. H1000 is the powder I use in my 300 PRC. H1000 is a really good powder. I might just know what it looks like. That's an 8-pound jug of it. It's a hard powder to find right now with the powder shortages and everything else. Like I said, I use it for my 300 PRC. It's probably the best powder I've found for that rifle. I've used it in the 338 Lapua Magnum. If I remember right, I believe Slav uses it in his 6.5 PRC. It is a slow burning powder. Let's bring up the burn chart. We can check it out. Okay, let's go to the relative burn charts. Let's bring up one. Okay, so this is on the long range hunting forum. It's a good forum if you guys are into big game hunting and stuff like that. So, H1000 sits over here in this area and brings it up. It's slower burning than 4831 SC, but it's not as slow as like Rotumbo or IMR 8133. Those two powders I use for my 338 Lapua, and then Ramshot Magnum, which is supposed to be a good powder for either one, 300 PRC or 338. But yeah, your H1000 stands right here. It's actually a really good powder. IMR 7977. I have used it. I'm working on some load data right now for the 300 PRC on that one. So we'll have to see how that goes. Would Reloader 26 be comparable? I have never just looked into it. Reloader 6 would be comparable. It's in that same general area between 7977 and 8133. It's a really good powder for what I've been told for 6.5 PRC, 300 PRC, 300 Win, 3.3 at Lapua, 6.5 by 300 Weatherby. It is a good powder. I've just never used it myself. I should have bought some when I had a chance, and I didn't. But I know people who do use it. Slav is one of them, and another one of my friends out there on the East Coast is. I'm not going to mention names because I don't have his permission to use his name. So, another good powder I would recommend if you guys can find it is Vitavari N570, N565, and they just released a new one called N568. It's supposed to be a combination of in between, and cannot wait to get that stuff so it hit when it hits the shelf. For my 33XC project, I'll be using the Hodgdon 50 BMG. If I go for something a little faster, it'll probably be IMR 8133. So, but Reloader 26 is a good viable powder if you can find it. The only Reloader powders I've used personally is 1733. I've heard 16 is really good in the Creedmoors. 16, 19, 23, 26 are all temperature stable. I kind of stay towards temperature stable powders myself. It's a good picture of these powders. USA 69, I used in my Lapua. Not a big fan of it. My rifle didn't work well for it. But, hold on. Something you can load on multiple powders. Maybe the same whole group, just have connected. Okay, so I'm going to show you a good powder that you can load on multiple rifles. And they do make a shortcut version of it. And I use the shortcut version over the regular cut. And that is Hodgdon H4831. Now, I've used this in my Lapua. I've had amazing results out of a 300 Win Mag, 270, 30-06. What else we've used it for? I mean, it's just a great powder. So if you're looking for something to reload an abundance of calipers, 4831 is the way to go. Any of your hunting calipers that you want to load, this is a great one. An alternative would be IMR 4955. That would be a good alternative. It's almost the same chemical makeup as 4831 SC. I have not tried this one yet, but I've heard people who have, and they have good results. One YouTube channel I would definitely go look at would be Bolt Action Reloading. He did a lot of 4831 SC on 30-06, 6.5 Creedmoor, and a couple other ones. So I do follow him. He is a vast knowledge for the reloading of channels. And I believe Johnny's Reloading Bench used it for something too. So 4831 is a great target shooting, big game. Introduced in the 50s. Superb uniformity. Lots and lots. Extreme propellant, insensitive to hot and cold temperatures. Good favorite cartridge, 270 Win, 25-06, 280 Win, 300 Win Mag. I use it in 30-06. So it's a great all-around powder. You're not gonna. I don't think I've found anything better. And this is what I load most of my hunting cartridges with. And for the Bergara 300 Win Mag, this is what we load it with. So if you're looking for all around, that is a great powder. I do see a few reloading channels, but not set up yet. But good info. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. I have watched a lot of reloading channels back in the day. I'm gonna bring me back up on. Okay. I have watched a lot of reloading channels back in the day when I was first getting into reloading. My brother-in-law is what taught me how to reload. So big shout out to my brother-in-law Spencer if he's watching this. Awesome. I want to say thank you. But finding a good universal all-around powder for your hunting cartridges is nice to have. The Creedmoor, because it's such a popular cartridge right now, it's so hard to find powder. I'm playing around with like 3 different powders right now. IMR. Oh god, what powder is it? It's an IMR endurance powder. Can't I remember? Sorry, Enduron. It is. I'll show it. No, when I see it. 4451. It's a good alternative to like 4350. But I haven't gotten a hold of any 4166 yet, which is a good alternative to Varget, which I will try when I get some. I have used 7977 and 8133, which I'm currently using right now. 7977 for the 300 PRC and 8133 for the 338 Lapua Magnum. So I am currently using those two myself. That is the 8133. It comes on a purple label. It's a great alternative to Retempo. It is a great alternative to a lot of slow burning powders when you can find it now, because it's become picking up some popularity. So, like I said, 4166 is a great alternative to Varget. I absolutely love Varget. I use it in my 6GT. If you guys know where to get some, let me know in the comments down below. So, but the Enduron powders have come a long way in the last couple of years. I know a lot of people tell me don't use IMR, it's not temperature stable, but these powders are, and I do recommend them. So I will be doing, if you guys want me to do a video on some load data or anything like that on the 4451, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. My neighbor's basement. You gotta let me know what neighbor that is, and I'll come by. Varget is a great option for 308. Everything I've read about Varget and 308 has low SDs, low extreme spreads, and it's a great powder. So I really wish Varget was more on the shelf. So whatever Varget I have, I'm just pretty much keeping a hold of for my 6GT right now, except for the couple pounds of powder that my son has for his 224 Valkyrie, which we will be getting back up and on the run here soon, because that'll be his gas gun of choice, and then that is the 6GT brass. So I'm actually going to be doing some load data and getting that rifle ready to go for our competition for next week. So live stream next week might be a little bit short, and I will apologize for that ahead of time, just because I might be going out to that competition. But I'll let you guys keep you guys all updated. If you guys want to chat with me more in the group, you can find us on Northwest Guns over on Facebook. A bunch of good people over there that have joined. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys will be seeing me do more posting of stuff up on Instagram, The Jump, MeWe, stuff like that here real soon, and everything. Yeah, the Enduron would have been a great one to test on the Arc, especially in the Varget platform of it. I agree with you on that one. That actually might be a good test one to do. So I could agree with you on that one. We will be doing a 6mm arc. I already got my confirmation that we will be getting a 6mm arc in from Savage in the incoming months. So we're going to be doing a bolt gun test. I might even be building a 6mm arc platform for and a gas gun. So we'll have to see how that runs and how that plays. Honestly, I thought about doing a 6GT gas gun. I thought that'd be a really nice team combination setup to have. Excuse me. So, to do, let me know. Yes, Joe. I was gonna jump on it as an early adopter with Slav on it, but when I found out about the 6GT and started learning more about that, I was like, oh, I really jumped on the 6GT. It went head first with it. So, and no regrets. I'm really liking that cartridge. I really like the gun I built too. So you guys will be seeing more of that in the upcoming weeks. I'm probably going to do the video for it here soon, and that's going to be Project Prometheus. That's what I named that project. So it's a fun cartridge. It's not a hard loading cartridge, which you really thought it would be with the neck tension that little thing has. Um, but big shout out to George down at GA Precision for uh, taking his time out of his day and talking to me on the phone one day about it, because that's what really determined what I was going to do. Because honestly, I was going to do a 6XC and make that my first XC cartridge, which we might still do. I have the McMillan stock, which I've really been thinking about doing a 308 in that one, but we'll have to see how that goes. But that's a future project for the channel, and I would like some input on that one from you guys, like maybe something you guys would like to see out of it, or just keep it nostalgic. So, you guys have any more powders you guys want to talk about, or anything like that? I'm trying to think. So basically, I want 6 mil Arcus Sammy, so it probably isn't going anywhere. No, see, I don't see 6 millimeter arc going anywhere. Honestly, there is a couple pro shooters that I've talked to that are adopting the 6 millimeter arc from the six dasher. It's going to be. I think it's a cartridge that's going to be here to stay. It's not. It's growing popularity fast, but not jumping as fast as I was expecting it to be. Have I played around with 6.5 stable? Actually, yes, I have. That's what I loaded my Creedmoor on the 145 match burners. Actually, is the 6.5 stable. Downfall is I'm using Magnum primers, so don't do the max. I'm like 0.5 grains or half grain under max. So we saw a little bit of pressure. So I'm gonna bring it down to another 0.5. So, but I've had great results with this powder. Doesn't burn dirty. Burns clean. Works really well for the 140s and 145s. I don't have anything bad to say about it, honestly. Let me go back up to your comment, Joe. Basically, I want something that won't turn into 6 or 257 Roberts. Understandable. And that's hard to say because with the 6 millimeter cartridges gaining such popularity, I think we're actually gonna see more in the upcoming years. There's an article I wrote, not I wrote, sorry, that was written that I was reading this morning, and I'll post it in the comments down below so you guys can read it later. That was talking about the 6 Creedmoor, the 6 Dasher, the 6 BR. Surprisingly enough, nothing on the 6 GT. So unfortunately, which was really shocking. I thought they would have a write up on that, but they didn't. But it is still relatively a new cartridge. It's only been out for about a year, maybe a little longer. Burn really dirty on my light loads. I found the 276 for Creedmoor when I was trying it out. Okay, well that's actually quite shocking. I haven't had. I mean, it might burn a little dirtier than 4350, but I picked up the stable because it was a great. Everything I read about it was a great alternative. Plus, I can use it for my 6GT on like the 110 to 115 grain projectiles. So for me, it was a dual purpose powder. But for the simple fact of the matter, I'm pretty much going to keep it for the 6.5 Creed because 4350 is non-existent in my area, and I can't find the 4151 for. And I only got 2 pounds of the 4451 as an alternative. So this shooting season is going to be light, so which really stinks, but that's okay. So let's go into Let's look this up. Cool. Let's go back to the powder burn chart. Let's bring this up. So we're going to bring up the powder burn chart again. I want to bring this up to you guys. So if you guys are looking for good hunting powders, you want to be in your mid-range burn area. So your stuff like your 4831, 4831 SC, IMR 4459, Hodgson Superformance isn't a bad powder. It's just not temperature stable. Benchmark is a good powder, especially if you're shooting 308, 6BR, stuff like that. 4895 is a good powder. Let's see. Nope. Nothing on IMR's page. Okay. Vitavari is a really good powder. It's actually made over in the Norwegian area of the world, Norway, Belgium, stuff like that. I've had really great luck with their pistol powders. Absolutely love them. Really wish I could find some of their slower burning powders so I can try it out with the Lapua, because I think that's what I'm going to get my best results out of that 338 improved. Reloader 25 is not a bad powder, but not temperature stable, so be warned on that. Your Reloader 22, Reloader 23 is another good alternative to your like 4831 SC. So some good powders there to think about if you guys can find them in your areas. And need to have capability to drop almost everything in distance. And okay, so it's going to depend on your load and depend on how far you plan on shooting. Your 300 Win Mag, your 7mm, your 300 PRC, your 7 SOM, but you ain't going to find ammo on the shelf for that. So, but I know you want to stick to NATO calipers, so stick with your 308s, stick with your 300 Wins, your 300 Norma. That'll drop anything you need and then some. That was just adopted by the military within the last couple of years. And I actually looking to get a barrel made for a Norma so I can switch my improved and my Norma around. And have a good alternative. And that's why I tell everybody I'm not a big fan of the PCC cartridge heads, bolt face heads and stuff, because it's so hard to find a cartridge that you want to do in that small circumference and diameter of area. That's why I always stick to like the 308 bolt face and stuff, because I can do the 6BR, 6 Creed, 6.5 Creed, 6 GT, and stuff like that. There's always a great alternative to that bolt face, or just go back to the traditional 308. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah, the 300 Win Mag is nice. The 300 Norma is a really nice cartridge. Here, we'll bring that one up over here for you. The 300 Norma has been piquing my interest a lot lately. Because I really want to see how it is at 2,000 yards. So let's see if we can get this into a bigger form for you. This is a great information on the 300 Norma versus 338 Lapua and a custom ELR rifle over here at the Precision Rifle blog. They got a lot of great information over here, guys, and I'm still even learning stuff on a basis with this stuff. And over here, they're actually showing the Accuracy International platform. Actually, no, it's a 700 action with an Accuracy International chassis. So let's see. Okay, perfect example. Your 300 Norma is just right in between your 300 Mag and your 300 Lapua Magnum. Now, what's nice about the 300 Norma, it's not belted. So you're not having to worry about case head separations after 3 or 4 loads. which is really nice. And being it shoots the heavy 300, your heavier 30 cal projectiles, but in a case that packs a higher punch than a 300 Win Mag. It's a great alternative. I actually want to get a barrel made up in the same profile, same everything as I have on my improved. That way I can really sit there and shoot both of them and really get a feel for them, because over here in my neck of the woods we have the S3 Sniper Challenge, and the guy last year with the 300 Norma won it. So I really want to try this cartridge out and compare it more to the 300 PRC. Now the Norma is going to get about a couple hundred feet per second more than the 300 PRC, but I am more of a believer in the 300 PRC than I am the Norma. But I think it's worth trying either way, investment wise. Finding a place to shoot would be interesting. Depends on what part of the country you live in, Buzz. We had an area where we can shoot 1,000, 1,350, and 2,000. There's a new 1,000-yard F-class range that's opening up about an hour and a half away from me. I might go check out this year, later this summer. So, more and more, I'm looking to want to try an actual F-class range for when I'm zeroing in my rifles, especially the 37XC, because that's probably going to be a 1,000-yard zero. But the 300 Norma is a great alternative if you don't want something as big as the 338, and if you want to go something bigger than a 300 Win Mag powder wise. But the nice thing about it, depending on what platform you get your rifle in, switch the barrels out between the 338 Lapua and the 300 Norma. So that's my plans. So if you want, we can. If you ever decide you're going to do that, switch data, stuff like that. That'd be fun to do. So, like I said, guys, precisionrifleblog.com. Great place if you need to get some information about cartridges and stuff.
Hello.
Yes. Joe, look into the 300 PRC also. The nice thing about the 300 PRC is it doesn't have a lot of freebore like the 300 Win Mag or the 300 Norma. It's a great alternative, and that's why I went with the 300 PRC, is because, and I'm a very early adopter of that cartridge. So look into that one. Both myself and Slab both shoot 300 PRC, and we've gotten exceptional out there. I mean, my longest yardage shot is 1,700. I think his is 2,200 out of the Ruger RPR. Too bad he wasn't on tonight. I thought he would be.
You do or you don't?
Let me see if I can get Slab on here. No, he doesn't look to be on tonight. So, but
no.
So, 1,000 yards would be easier. You can learn a lot about a caliper on 1,000-yard shot. So, I mean, they're saying where the Norma peaks is after 2,000. It doesn't drop as fast as the 338 Lapua. So, we'll have to see how that really does when I get my hands on one.
I don't know. Just put them on.
No, I don't have my own Discord yet. I've been pushing in a lot of hours at work lately because we've been short staffed, so I haven't been able to get my Discord set up. I will probably get it set up in the next couple of weeks. I'll let you guys all know. I'll post it into the group on Facebook. I'll post it up over. Let me see if I can get it up on Facebook. So I started the group over on Facebook. I don't want to log in. So you guys will be able to see all that.
Take her and Haley. Take grab the
and
take it.
be able to contact me there, message me, and stuff like that, and chat. Some people do send me over PMs in the middle of the night, so it's great because I work third shift, so it works out really well. Yes, the PRC is the go-to from what it sounds. Yes, I love my 300 PRC. I love everything about this cartridge and what it's capable of doing. But let's get Slav on next week. Joe, and we'll talk more on the 300 PRC because we both shoot this. We both reload for it. He has a stock gun. I have a custom gun. I'll even put the 300 PRC out here, and I'll go through what my 300 PRC is and what I've done to it. Because it's a full custom gun I built myself. And I've actually been looking at interchanging the barrel up to a 300 rum. Just because I want to do some comparison. But I just don't want to build a whole new rifle. So, and that's kind of like my thing with my rifles is I'm multi-purpose. I want more than one barrel, more than one caliper for it. So, but guys, I'm going to cut this live stream down to just a little over an hour tonight. I gotta get some stuff done before I head back into the farm. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, guys. I'm also gonna be setting up a members thing, not through YouTube, but through a new platform called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. I will be promoting that more inside the group. Be bringing it up here, so you guys can see everything, and that way, if you guys want to help support the channel, you can. I'm gonna do a requesting for builds and stuff like that, where if you guys want to see like a particular caliper or something like that, and if you guys want to help out on it, you guys will be able to. It's more for me to interact with you guys than it is for me just building something different and new. I really like the interaction with you guys and chatting with you guys and everything and stuff. So thank you guys all for coming. Please come back. We'll do this again, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great night, guys.